Hey there, thanks for tuning in. Vishnu Harshan here. So today I thought of discussing about well-being in entrepreneurship, the importance of well-being in entrepreneurship. Because especially because of this social media, uh, people think being entrepreneurs is a cool thing. You are your own boss. You can make money. You can buy fancy car. You can schedule your own time, right? This is all the colorful side of the entrepreneurship. But honestly, entrepreneurship is very hard. Okay. Uh, why by seeing all these social media posts and all, where people flexing their income, their fancy cars, people think, okay, let's try entrepreneurship. This is working for them. And mostly they don't like their job because they hate their boss, or they think they are in a wrong career, or they simply hate office politics. This could be the reason. So in order to escape, some people consider entrepreneurship as an escape mechanism, and they get started with entrepreneurship, then finally you start feeling the heat, right? As an entrepreneur, you may have to work 12 to 20 hours in a day, or sometimes you have to cancel your family function, or your friends or relatives, somebody's marriage or any function, because you were busy with your business or you have an important appointment. And you have to hire people, you have to fire people, you may have to make hard decisions. And sometimes entrepreneurship is lonely because uh, you don't, because most of the 90% of the people you interact with will be into jobs, so they don't understand your pain. They were like, you will have to face criticism. They will ask you why you're doing all this. I told you not to leave your job. All those things, all those scraps, they will start saying at you. And yeah, entrepreneurship is lonely sometimes, and you have to go through so many hardships to make things work, at least to make your business out of survival mode. If it is out of survival mode, it is running smoothly without much of your effort, then you can think about a long-term plan or your next plan, like that. So on this go, because they were on a job, then they start with entrepreneurship. Okay. And then what happens is they ignore all their health or their sleep, all those things. So that is one of the important thing in entrepreneurship. You should sleep enough. I used to do all these things. I used to hustle, 20 hours, maybe sometimes I used to work all night. Then I crashed the next day. I used to work like that. I had worked 24 hours straight. Then I crashed for 48 hours for the next 2 days because my brain was not working properly, because I had to complete a project. And yeah, I had a collaborator on that project, but they backed out at the last moment. Then I had to do all those things by myself. So this can happen. And so yeah, sleep is one of the important thing. You should have at least 8 hours of sleep. And I've seen people telling sleep only 2 or 4 hours, hustle rest all the time, hustle, hustle, hustle. And what are you hustling? Right? Doing only just manual, I mean, a simple task, that is not hustling. right? For example, sending 50 requests on LinkedIn to 15 people, 50 people, that's a limit, I guess. And on Facebook, send 50 friend requests. Then Instagram, follow 50 people, influential people, or send them DM. These things will work, but this is not a regular or a long-term strategy, right? So what you have to do is you have to sleep at least 8 hours. So if some people just need 7 hours or 6 hours according to their age and all those things, but 8 is normal. So when you wake up in the morning, see whether you have that dizziness and all not. If you have that dizziness, then you didn't get the deep sleep. That deep sleep is important for your brain to function properly. And yeah, if you have that dizziness, if you didn't sleep properly, you will make decisions for the sake of making decisions, because you have that pain or that dizziness in your head because of lack of sleep. Then you just if, for example, I remember we were managing one of my clients' social media, and I had to approve the creatives my staff made. And I didn't sleep properly the day before, and I just looked at it. Then I said, okay, it's all good. But there was errors in that decision because I couldn't, properly see and make decisions. I let it go, simply let it go. So this can happen. So sleep is one of the important thing. And second thing is diet. When you are waking up in the next day, if you're not feeling good, okay, that means either you ate something after 7 o'clock. This is very important. If you eat something after 7 o'clock, for example, if you're sleeping around 10 or 11, you should at least have your dinner 3 hours prior to that. Should not eat after that, because then your body would be spending energy on digesting that food. So when you sleep, you get sleep, but the deep sleep won't happening because the unconscious mind is focused on digesting the food you ate, right? So this is important. Do not eat lots of food and spicy, sugary foods. If you consume lots of sugar, then that is also a problem. That will mess up with your brain. And you can see dark patches will come here for the people who are not sleeping properly. So your diet is important, and if you're not getting the necessary nutrition for your body, then you will have, if you're not getting enough protein, you will have craving. At the night, this used to happen with me. Then I will buy some chips and I start eating it after 8 or 9 o'clock. Then what if it will mess up with my sleep. And you don't, all these things are connected. Your sleep, your diet, all are interconnected, right? And yeah, so you can, there are lots of YouTube videos how to prepare meal and all those things, or else you can hire a nutritionist, and based on your health and weight, they will prescribe you a diet plan and you can follow that. That investment isn't worth. Some people think, okay, why should I pay so much amount for this nutrition plan and all those things? That is a wrong thought, because in long term you're getting proper health and proper sleep because of the proper diet. So the second order, it is known as second order consequences. If some things look unattractive, but in long term it will give you good benefits, like diet, or watching TikTok videos, is attractive, right? Your brain is getting dopamine hit, but instead, if you're reading a book, there is no dopamine hit. You don't get something, you don't make money out of that book because of the knowledge you gain from that book. But in long term, it will help you. So we have to consider about the second order consequences. So investing in a diet is a good thing. And if you are eating garbage, obviously only garbage comes out. Gigo principle. So the second thing is diet, highly important. First thing is sleep, then diet. Then third thing is you should have a proper health. You should work out on a daily basis. Because people think, okay, if you I've seen online people saying this, ignore your sleep, ignore your health, order food online and eat that way, and rest of the time you work, focus on work, hustling culture. And that maybe 1 week, 2 week, it will work. After 1 month, you will hate it. You will stop it. It's for sure. I tried that myself. That's why, out of experience, I'm saying this. So, health, you should work out at least 20 to 30 minutes on a daily basis. Okay, that is important. You should increase your heart rate. You don't have to necessarily do weight training. If you can do weight training, if you got time, you can do weight training. And because for weight training, you need to spend at least 2 hours focusing on one body part. Then, the next day or 2 days later, the other body part, like that. So it consumes so much time, but it will help with fat loss and longevity. That means you can live longer. And health. If you don't focus on your diet and health, you don't work out, you're obese, you're overweight, and you will get chronic diseases. And then you're to go to hospital, spend money, spend your precious time, and after you have to go through all this suffering because you didn't focus on your health. So if you can do weight training, more exercise, that's good. A six-pack is not necessary, but do workout on a daily basis. I walk 10,000 steps every day because most of us, those who are working in information field, our work culture demands us to sit all the time to watch or do stuffs on our laptop, right? And we don't move our body that much on a daily basis. So I work for 30 or 40 minutes straight. Then I set a timer on my phone. Then I go for a 5 minutes walk. Then I come back. Then I set the timer again. Then I go. That's how I do the deep work. And manual thing, I can just manage. So these are the important thing, because if you don't have proper health, if you don't have proper diet, if you don't sleep good enough, you will make poor decisions, right? And poor decisions will eventually lead to losses in your business. You will hire people. Imagine you didn't sleep properly and you didn't eat nutritious food for the past 1 week, and you are attending an interview. And even if they are not a right fit, you will end up hiring, or else out of frustration or irritation, you will fire a good employee. This can also happen. So and when we are working, sometimes we have to work 12 to 20 hours, right? If some launch is coming, or you are working on a new product, or you're improving your product, or you're working on a project, this can happen. But the important thing is you should fall back after that time. maybe 4 days or 5 days or 7 days. Then fall back to your proper diet plan, take enough rest. I recommend going out of your routine at least every 100 days. Take a break 1 to 2 days or 3 days to analyze where you are heading and what are your long-term goals. Are you going in the right direction? To analyze all those things. So that is important. Focus on your well-being because that is important for critical thinking and decision making, good decision making. You should focus on your sleep, your health, and your diet. You can use smart watches. There are smart rings that you can wear to track your sleep. That also you can do. I use smartwatch. So I track my sleep and activities, everything, how many steps I walked on a daily basis. Because I felt most of my creative ideas come from when I'm walking, simply walking in an unstructured time. Okay. So that's it for this video. Let me know what are your thoughts about this in the comment section. And I will see you in another video. Bye-bye.